2.
Hey, hold on.
3.
Does my hair look okay?
Go fuck yourself. 1, 2, 3.
Dun, dun, dun. All out of nowhere.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone.
Different day.
Different day, not still at
Shit, I forgot to change shirts.
Josh's pool out by his house. Definitely not doing that still. But we are.
Undisclosed jungle location.
There are so many fucking tropical birds around us right now. And you guys, like, I know you're just watching. You're like, these guys are fucking lame. I don't know why they do this. But the trouble, I just want to tell you the trouble we went through today. Not only setting everything up, because it takes about 2 hours to get the podcast equipment and everything set up and running.
The jungle bungalow.
The fucking birds. Josh, how many birds do you have?
15.
15
Who
birds.
has 15 birds besides a zoo?
This guy.
And they're like 20 feet away from us. And he put up a tarp, and he's like, they'll get quiet if I put this tarp up. He had to take a fucking bird inside to get them because the birds have a ringleader. And if that motherfucker says to bark,
they bark.
They
That's
bark a
absolutely
lot.
true.
You know what I haven't heard, though, is a dog bark. And you have how many dogs?
I have 4 dogs.
Jeez.
Oh, Jesus.
How many cats?
1 cat now. I'm down to 1 cat, but we've got about 6 neighborhood cats. So I've got about 7 cats that eat here.
7 cats that eat here.
I've got.
How many children eat here? So one animal you didn't want.
Well, two children eat here consistently, and then the third comes every now and again. We've also got the lizards. We've got
How many lizards?
4 different lizards. So 3 bearded dragons and a panther chameleon. And then I've got a bunch of
a black
fish
panther chameleon?
He's a multicolored panther chameleon. Yeah, it's like a zoo here for real. It really is a zoo. Lots of birds.
Yeah, it is a lot, dude. Like, I would go insane. The birds are just so loud, man. Like,
Big parrots, most of them talk to you at least. So there's
you still have the one that's like skinned itself? Or
no, Big Bird, she passed.
Oh, did
but
she?
I've got another cockatoo to replace her.
Right. So is that it? You just replace?
Yeah. One of them dies. It's such a sad situation.
So you had to get another.
Yeah.
He heard Bobo's little parakeet that he had on their podcast, Sergio, talking. He's like, I got more birds than that.
Oh yeah, hey, by far. And mine are all big parrots. I mean, truthfully, they are all parrots. I have 3 birds, cockatiels, 3 cockatiels that not really talkers. Everything else can actually speak to you.
Join the OutKast Paranormal Patreon. All birds all the time.
Birds.
Are birds real, though?
Yes, so they say that their birds are spies. They ain't trying to spy on anything.
No, hey,
I've
like,
got going on.
seriously?
Government.
I seen something the other day where they are making biological drones. They had a fucking moth. They put a chip in the larva, and then the moth is a big ass moth. They can fly that fucker around, but they've got birds, they've got rabbits, they've got dogs that all are like fucking controlled by like you could use them as spies.
I'm sure they've got people doing that too.
Manchurian candidate.
Why you gotta be racist?
It's just the way Joey is.
Joey's Germany.
earning his stripes in Germany.
Joey and Hitler's Germany.
Who the fuck
Oh,
said that?
wow.
All out of nowhere, Matt chimes in again.
Oh, Matt is here. Yeah, I
It's the
forgot.
ghost of Matt.
Matt is on the phone. He could not join us. The real reason Matt's not been here for these episodes is we grounded him because he fucked up the last episode so bad, and also because he's sick.
Yeah.
But mainly the first one.
Yeah, mainly the
Mostly the fuck ups. We're like,
the Dolphin is catching up with me this week.
The Dolphin D.
the Dolphin D. He's got a sore wrist. People, he's got tinnitus.
Yeah, the old tennis elbow, you know.
Tennis elbow. You could rename that. So, anyways, you have some information for us. You have some breaking information that hopefully people haven't heard.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but it's pretty cool information nonetheless. If you guys are fans of Skinwalker Ranch, we have some really cool information for you that just came out last week. Travis Walton from Skinwalker.
Not Travis Walton. Travis Walton, the Fire in the Sky guy.
Travis Taylor.
Travis Taylor, yeah.
Use your words, Matt. Use your words.
I'm trying.
You're fucking this up. You're not even here.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So yeah, Travis Taylor from Skinwalker Ranch. He was actually secretly working for the government the whole time. He has all these ties with like NASA and the Department of Defense. And when they found that 1.36 gigahertz frequency that was emanating from these, from this area, that they couldn't figure out what it was and what it was causing. He went back to the Department of Defense and the government and was basically squealing all the little insider info from the show back to him. And long story short, they're making him the UAP task force director now.
That's a big title.
Huh?
That sounds like a big title.
Yeah, man. He's coming up pretty hard because of it. They were labeling that frequency as a threat to national security.
So hold on. How did the cast on the show, like the owner, how did Brandon and all them feel about this now that he's basically been ratting them out the whole time?
I mean, they did not have a problem with it. As far as I know,
I'd be wanting to skin that walker.
Yeah, we have foreskin walker around here.
Right.
Jared Kushner's foreskin walker.
Oh wow, he went deep on that.
On the lotion.
So let me take this and make it farther.
Yeah, so they were fine with him being a rat.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't say, I'm not sitting there saying a rat per se. I think that they knew.
That's what you described, though.
Right, like you literally said all their secrets.
Or is it a mole?
He took and ratted out.
Yeah, I think he would be a mole.
He molded them out.
I just think he was an undercover agent to all of us American plebes who actually believed that show was, legit.
Well, I don't think anybody thought the show was legit because it's a show, right?
I don't think they even had enough stuff happen on the show.
Right, TV is TV. I mean,
and you got this security guy named Dragon, who I met, by the way. I was sitting in the hotel parking lot where I was staying, and he just walks through.
He'd be dragging them nuts across the street.
That's probably why I got it, now to think about it.
He's always dragging these nuts.
It's because I assumed that he was like some kind of kung fu white dude.
I'll snap.
Like White Boy Rick.
Right.
You know, but he was just, he was just kung
He's
fu. He was in with the triad over there, and he was fucking breaking people's jaws left and right. But no, I don't think so. The funniest thing about that show, though, is I seen him point his shotgun. I can't remember what episode it is. I'll go back and rewatch. But like, he draws down. The guy sets this meter on the fucking tailgate, and I don't know if he was playing or not. But he like fucking draws down. I was like, what did he? It's not a fucking Decepticon, bro. Like, the fuck is going on here? But yeah, that shit was funny as hell.
Oh, you're on a TV show, bud. Don't do that.
Spectrum analyzer's going nuts.
Yeah.
So what happened? Tell us more. Tell us more.
There's got to be something better going on
here. The Pentagon's been doing some pretty interesting stuff.
Oh, hold on. Was that the end of the Skinwalker thing?
I mean, yeah, for the most part, man. They just revealed in the episode that just aired last week all this new information that they've apparently been giving all their data and all that stuff to the government. And that the government is actively monitoring Skinwalker Ranch.
So this was information released on the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
I call them, there's bullshit.
They all knew about it the whole time, probably.
Like that's what I'm saying.
So, but on the TV show, is the government really the government, though, or is this a government, TV show now? Is it just on TV?
Well, the media is owned by the government.
Yeah, we're all propaganda now, bud. This is the only place you get the truth.
Only place.
And that and Infowars.com, don't go there. Bet you could.
I hate Alex Jones.
Well, here...
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
But yeah, maybe that's why they weren't mad, is because...
They were in on it.
They knew the whole time. I wonder if they're getting funding from the government, and like the government's coming out there and looking at certain shit. Hey, you can't show this on camera. You can't talk about this. They're like, there's probably a Rick Doty out there screening all that shit. Or Travis is that person. Travis is,
that's what I would think. That's what I would think.
I just,
because he's the UAP task force director now, man. Like
So what does that person do? What exactly is that job title?
They direct the UAP
they
task
get a
force.
lot of our taxpayer dollars and don't find a whole lot of jack shit.
So it's a pretty good title.
well, I don't understand why people are all excited. Like, we're about to talk about the Pentagon briefing. But people are believing that the Pentagon's going to disclose all this information to us soon. And I can't, unless there's some kind of benefit that they get out of it. I don't know why they just fucking up and tell us.
They're only going to tell you what they want you to hear first off.
I think it's a distraction.
Right.
Because, like, you saw the new video they released, right? With the orb thing, metal
The
orb.
Mosul orb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver one, yeah.
Like, why would you release that?
Yeah, what's
As
the
the government,
point?
what's the point in releasing that?
Unless you're...
And like, tease us with it. Like, look at
Unless
this thing.
Project Bluebeam is a thing. Which could be. You know, if you haven't heard about Project Bluebeam, I think we covered it already, didn't we? The fake alien invasion.
Yeah, I think we hit on it pretty briefly.
Like the destruction and everything, the blown up cities and all that shit, that will actually happen. But the only thing you'll never see is the aliens. Because they're not it.
It's like War of the Worlds.
They're trying to like form us into a one world government, and that's the way they're going to do it, right? So there'll be holograms of like Jesus and Buddha and all this shit come back. It's going to be like the guys, Project Bluebeam, the whistleblower, what he said, shit is crazy, bro. But I don't fucking put it past him.
No.
You know?
I mean, anything's possible nowadays.
Yeah, who knows? So what's up next? What else you got there for us, buddy? Buddy boy.
So we had that, since we're right here on the topic of Project Bluebeam and the Pentagon and stuff, the Pentagon just released their yearly briefing on the what the UAP task force has been up to. I'll quickly go through a little article about it that I found that was interesting. The head of the Pentagon's office tasked with tracking UFOs told lawmakers of emerging capabilities and advanced tech from potential foreign adversaries, specifically Russia and China, that are concerning. There's no definitive evidence of extraterrestrial technology or alien life. Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or the AARO, said Wednesday's Senate meeting of the Armed Services Subcommittee of Emerging Threats and Capabilities. Of the cases that are showing some sort of advanced technical signature, I am concerned about what that nexus is, Kirkpatrick said after he was asked about Russia and China's capabilities to attack and surveil U.S. interests. I have indicators that some are related to foreign capabilities. We have to investigate that with our intelligence community partners. He did not explain on what the indicators are, but said America's adversaries, especially China, are not waiting and advancing quickly. And they are less risk adverse at technical advancement than we are. They are willing to try things and see if they work. Are there capabilities that can be employed with an ISR, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, or weapons fashion? Absolutely. Do I have evidence that they are doing this in these cases? He paused and said, nope, but I do have concerning indicators. The weird thing about this all for me, I can keep going with this article, but they're saying if you look at the actual reports and the graphs and stuff that they build, which I'm going to send you guys for you to overlay on this episode, they have a certain percentage on this graph where they break down all these different types of UAPs and all that stuff. And there's a whole percent that they don't even understand what they are. They want to sit there and blame it all on possible Russia and China, but most of these things, they have no clue where they actually came from. And to me, this just seemed like another fucking smoke screen that they're always doing. And, you know, to me, it seems like just another distraction to keep us from looking at the fact that our banks are failing. We're losing our freedoms here in America. And, you know, just another sort of fear-mongering tactic, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't really understand what else they could have out of it unless they're wanting to do like another lockdown. It seems like their COVID horse shit that they pulled is kind of falling apart. People aren't getting the vaccine like they were, you know, and then with all the shit they're putting on Fauci and stuff like that, it seems like maybe they're trying to distract from that to give some bigger headline. But I wonder because I don't know how they get out of that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you get over the fact that you used the American taxpayers' dollars to make this vaccine, and then you fucking made record profits that you did not turn and give back to the American people. Like, that's our fucking profits that you made because you made it with our money. And there's so much like horse shit going on with it. I think they're going to try to do something else to distract from that, but maybe to, you know, just lock us all down again. Because how are you, if all this information comes out, how are you going to sweep that under the rug?
Oh, they're not. They're going to do the same thing they've been doing.
It's all a
Yeah.
it's a money thing, just like my theory with NASA, with the rockets, right? You got SpaceX that can make a rocket for so many $1 million, but then NASA, it costs them billions of dollars
Right.
to make one. It's like, well, why? What do you need all that extra money for? I think it's just a way to write off money.
Right. Which what are they using for?
Right.
You know what I mean? Are they paying these inflated salaries? Is that it? Like, because if it's simply that, you know, I could get with that. But if you got other like black programs that nobody's, you know, knowing about, just fucking tell us what the programs are, and we'll probably pay for them anyways.
Right.
Like, why does it have to be all this secrecy in the United States government?
It's the way they keep
Well, you know,
control.
all these different things that we have, these government contracts, are the perfect way for them to funnel foreign, you know, and domestic funds in and out, man. Like, we have a ledger that has like $40 trillion of debt, and we have no clue where any of it is. None of it's backlogged. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why we don't want to do, you know, like our currency on a crypto blockchain, because then it's 100% trackable. Instead, they're just going to let our economy crash into nothing, which I'm pretty sure this is May's episode. It's coming soon.
Very.
You know?
Damn, he said this week.
First Republic is crashing this coming up week. It already
Yeah.
started.
It already started, man. And like,
What's
we
going to
have
happen?
all
Like,
our,
what do you do? Like, and this is an honest question. I don't know. What happens when the fucking dollar crashes like that to all these notes, like our mortgages?
Yeah.
Who owns our fucking house at that point? Who do we pay?
Well,
Same people.
So-
you've been
so right
paying,
now-
them fucking government.
right now the bank owns your house, but when they crash, the FDIC has to step in. So now the government owns your house.
yes.
But that's the thing. I didn't sign a fucking agreement with the government.
They don't.
No,
I
but you
didn't
signed-
sign
but
saying I
what-
owed
but
them
what you-
motherfucking money.
Well,
But
the
what
good
you did
news
sign
is they're there when you
agreement
default.
that said-
Which, if the American dollar crashes, you're going to default. And then it is what
Well-
it is. Whoever's got control can take whatever they want from you.
Because nobody's
I
going to be
mean-
able to pay their mortgages.
Oh, yeah, no. Nobody at all.
Oh, well,
you ain't,
yeah,
you
because
ain't
no
going to
one
actually
will
be able to
get
own
paid.
your shit unless you are military or government. Maybe not military. but
If
government.
you have a job, they can't pay you in U.S. currency that's worth shit.
What the fuck are they going to pay you in?
But people
Blowjobs.
aren't, people aren't going to work.
That's why they're
this-
working on creating the U.S. dollar coin.
What?
He's talking about
Yeah,
crypto
they're currently
fiat.
working on.
Oh, that
Yep,
shit that's
they're
popping the Fed now. That thing that's coming in July, which, by the way, is already in the works. You know, and it's just when you look at where the countries went, not being political, but where you went, look at how the countries went down in the last 2 fucking years. I mean, just straight into the fucking toilet, dude. It looks like they're doing it on purpose. I have a hard time believing they're not. Right.
You are the weak link. Weakest die off, the strong survive.
I have my theories, but this is not a financial podcast. So
What are they?
But
What are your theories?
I think it's the hedge funds. Hedge funds are necessary for the economy to work the way it's supposed to work.
Right.
But the hedge funds regulation has, like, they're not as regulated as they should be.
Right.
So they make these bad bets and they use the bank's money. The banks are okay. You know, the banks have their own hedge funds and all this stuff. It's basically, it's the 1%, the elites, right? They make these bets. They steal our money from us. So they're getting, the people are aware of it now. So they're getting these hedge funds caught up in bad bets, and hence why the banks are starting to fail. And
So how do we avoid it? Like, how do we end up? We can't get out of it once they crash the
No,
dollar.
yeah, we're already on the train. We can't get out of it.
I think a crash is how we get out of it, right? So it's going to have to crash, and they're going to have to start pointing fingers, and now we're going to realize, hey, these guys were the ones that were doing it, or who they lead us to believe are the ones that were doing it.
That's the problem.
That's what it's going to
We're
be.
led to believe their scapegoat. You know what I mean? And then they put old Johnny in fucking jail for 20 years, but when Johnny gets out, Johnny's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Johnny never did shit. It
Johnny
was Billy
gets
doing
fired. The government has a bad problem about firing people, and then they put them in a higher level position. Like, you get fired and move up.
Well, it's this motherfucker. I think, in my theory, King Griffin is the guy. He's like the Bernie Madoff of this shit, right? And they're gonna divert everybody from looking at King Griffin. It's gonna be, hey, these guys over here, because King Griffin was trying to be DeSantis's Fed chair and all that stuff if DeSantis gets put in. So, like, he's trying to get into government.
DeSantis is a fucking snake, bro.
Yep.
He's another George Bush.
it. Gonna get you.
And King Griffin just moved all his shit down here to Florida from Chicago. And
Why is his name King Griffin? What's he the king of?
Ken.
Ken. Oh, fucking King Griffin.
Good old King Griffin.
I'll say
in the house.
I don't
The
get
king
it.
of the Griffins.
Yeah, right.
What's he the king of? Not
Wow,
shit.
that's pretty fucked up, dude. Thanks for ruining my dreams, Matt.
No King Griffin. What the fuck?
I guess, hey, all y'all that want to sign up for the Patreon, now's a good time. We need to get up a little bit of savings so we can keep this podcast going when the dollar crashes.
Well, when the economy goes down, we ain't gonna have nothing to do but look for for Bigfoot and do podcasts. So we should.
What
be good.
happens to your
So
job?
pretty much the same thing we're doing now.
Well, if
you don't have to
can't
work.
pay you, you ain't working, right?
Yeah.
Well, can't nobody pay you? So like a Uber, right?
Yeah, you ain't.
Nobody's
Done.
gonna be fucking Ubering nowhere.
Nope, you done.
That's why.
Ain't
It's
nobody
so
gonna be
bad.
able to afford gasoline.
You're gonna drive nowhere either.
We're
You're
gonna have
gonna
to
walk
take a
everywhere.
bailout from China.
Wow.
Those are fun.
A bailout from China, so we'll have all the Chinese straight fucking walking the streets. You know, can I take an order, please? Can I take an order, please? I take an order, please.
Yours is on a roll the last two podcasts. Like, you trying to just piss off everybody?
Well, you know, I mean, that's funny.
It really is.
It is. I would love it if the Chinese army was here and that's all they did.
I'd like to
They gather up the neighborhood cats. And then they fucking take an order, please. Every time you see them.
The neighborhood homeless cats would definitely benefit.
He's
from
getting
having
away
them
with
here.
it because our team mom isn't there to hush everybody up and silence us and put bleeps over our words.
True.
Yes, the censor machine of RPGs is not here. You know, to be about free will, that man censors what comes out of our mouths.
He does.
That's a true story. You're not allowed to talk unless he's already scripted it with you twice.
Yeah, it's
Like a true TV executive.
yeah, like a producer. You know, we're missing our censor machine right now. But yeah, take order, please. And you can ask them for like water, like, hey, I need some water. Take order.
And then
Yeah, and then
Over here, dirt off the bottom of my feet from my yard.
what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, say it again.
You got dirt in your
You
yard.
having fever dreams, Matt?
Right, what did you just say?
No, I mean I was trying to be RPG that you would ask him for water and he'd give you the dirt off of his foot. Off his little hobbit feet.
Hey, we'll give you the dirt off his feet. He is a
Right.
great guy.
You got dirt off your feet from getting a drink? You're all, hey, RPG, I need a drink. He's all, licked my foot.
Yeah, you just did that shit. He just seen if you could do it, bro,
Yeah.
and you did it.
You fall for anything, Matt.
We had bottles of water the whole time.
Wow.
This is how I ended up with you guys. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fall for anything.
Well, right on, bud. Thanks for the heads up, and we're gonna mosey on and look at some Bigfoot videos and discuss how fake they are. And
All right, well, that sounds fun.
yeah. But
You guys have fun, and I don't know if you got into it yet, but get into that Melba Ketchum stuff, man. Her Kickstarter's blowing
the
up.
Melba
It's gonna be
Ketchum
great, man.
stuff. Yeah, hold on. Well, while we got you here,
Right? Might
fuck
as well
it.
stay now.
You done brought it up. Gee whiz.
Well, hang out.
So Melba Ketchum, for anybody that doesn't know, did a Bigfoot DNA study years ago, right? A lot of people believed it for some reason. Like we talked about Rick Dyer last time, people just believing to believe. But I have a molecular geneticist who is a friend of mine, and he looked over her study. He read her paper and said it was absolute bullshit. She just tried to like put a bunch of stuff together, possum and all this other stuff, and then it came up with like Sasquatch have angel DNA. Right? Am I right on that, Matt?
Sasquatch Angel.
Yeah.
Accurate.
It's like Chris Angel, but Sasquatch Angel DNA. And so she got laughed out of the fucking building, right? But she still had a group of people that, we've already got Sasquatch DNA. Melba Ketchum's done the fucking deal. Like, as soon as somebody brings up Melba Ketchum in the conversation and it's in a good manner, I'm like tuned out. Thoop. All right, just turn it off. But I'm shaking my head and just saying, oh yeah, at that point,
Right.
fucking done lost me. But she's back. Like I said, Rick Dyer would end up being back one day. Melba Ketchum came back. So she's back, and she has a new one she's doing, right, Matt?
All right, yeah, man. Well, this is the new thing that she's doing. Not only is she going to be doing another Sasquatch DNA study, she's also out of nowhere including Dogman DNA and Dogman evidence into this study as well. And she's I think it's a GoFundMe, and they've already raised like $22,000 to be able to do this DNA analysis.
There you go, buddy.
What the fuck?
There you go, homie.
You've been willing to blow
Listen.
Dogman and Sasquatch for a long time. I
Right.
think that you could be making a ton of money off that DNA.
If I start a GoFundMe, I will have sex with these cryptids. Like, just give me $20,000. Like, I'll do
you're
anything
right.
you want me to do.
Believe me, we will have that link up soon. A GoFundMe for our buddy Joey.
You just get me into the world, and I'm going to town. I don't even need to.
We're doing a Kraken DNA study, and we got Matt. He's gonna go fucking nail that thing down.
Kraken?
Kraken, whatever.
Cracking that ass.
Raymond Ramen?
Raymond.
Raymond Ramen.
Yeah. Hey, please type below. Is it Raymond or is it ramen?
Okay, wait a minute.
Problem is the spelling's the
Right,
same.
Ramen, ramen or Raymond.
Yeah. So type in R for ramen.
Or
Type
R
in-
for Raymond.
Papa John.
Type in men for Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
Raw for ramen or men for Raymond.
This just got really confusing.
Raw men. That's.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go eat some raw men, and then I'll be.
Okay.
You want some raw men?
Raymond.
I got these raw men down here in my sack.
Paul loves them raw.
They're raw women too, I guess.
Paul loves them raw.
Yeah. What the fuck were we talking
course,
about?
you guys-
The DNA study. Yeah. So here's the deal. Like,
Every time. We go
You guys are
from
queering around over there without me, and I don't appreciate it.
immediately when DNA is brought up, we just find our own ways.
yeah. But no, people have gave her like $22,000, and so like I have friends that she took money from the first time.
So she's just trying to capitalize on the hotness of Dogman right now.
I guess.
It's so in.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, man. How come there's all these Dogman researchers who have zero fucking evidence?
There is
And
no
supposedly
evidence
they
of
have-
Dogman. None.
That is the one that I do not want to be true. That just, I don't know. That freaks me out.
Hey, that one night on the trail, remember when you turned your gun sideways?
That was the coolest
That might have
night
been a
ever.
dog, man.
That was one of the 2 times that I thought that I was around a dog man.
It was.
Yo, dog.
Yeah, no, hey, Paul's like, we hear this thing coming across the trail, and like I'm facing the opposite direction, hoping nothing comes from that way while we're hearing something this way, right?
It was hauling ass, whatever it
That
was.
shit was funny.
And then I turn around and Paul has his gun and he's like pointing it around
My
everybody.
leg was
and
fucking
it's
shaking.
turned sideways. I'm like, what the fuck is
There was a
going
bush
on?
in my way. I'm trying to get around the bush.
Leaned it.
Yeah.
He could curve the bullet. He was thinking. He was
Crips or Bloods, Paul? You got the blue on, so I guess that answers that, right?
Some red too. I got red.
He's got red shit. He's maybe he's a Travis Taylor. He's working
Could
both
be a
of them.
spy. Could be a spy.
Could be a Travis Taylor.
Gangsta
I wish
spy.
Yeah.
we messed with it left us some pile of shit, whatever it was, a big pile, and I wish we got a picture before we disturbed it, before Stacy stuck his finger in it.
Right before Emmett took a shit.
Yeah, you gotta fucking play with it at least. And
Right before Stacy took a sample.
well, like the thing about feces weirds me out, right? So like, okay,
What thing about?
Now we're back on track with this podcast.
so like corn. As I was talking to you about earlier, corn. You eat it, you chew it, you swallow it. It comes out whole again.
That is a natural phenomenon. To be perfectly
Hey, can
honest.
we explain
maybe it came
that?
down with that UFO. You wad that stuff up and it goes back to the way it was.
Can we
Has
get a
anybody ever in the history pooed out like cream corn versus just regular kernels? Again? Like everybody
Wow.
gets the kernels.
Why are we taking this turn?
Yeah, but that's the question. Can we get a government fund to study that? So
It'll only cost us $2 million to do that.
Right.
Right.
We could jack off dolphins, but we can't find out why corn comes out in kernels.
no, we can't. And like, how did the cob get there? I didn't eat that.
That's
Well, no, you don't have
that's
to
just
eat
you.
that if you just.
Well, I don't think that was good. I don't think that's what was happening. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but
You were corn cobbed.
yeah, man.
So
So
yeah,
what?
the DNA study, man, it's pretty ridiculous. That out of nowhere they supposedly have this dogman evidence that's for sure going to be getting tested, and using the pop culture against people, and it's just sad, man. It's just sad.
All right, so Matt, do you think that like the DNA test that they're gonna do for the dog man, they're just gonna take some dog hair and get it tested, and they're gonna be like, dog, aha, proof.
Probably.
Throw a little man dander in there.
Sprinkle some crack on it.
Yeah.
Little man dander.
I don't know.
It's got human and Shiba Inu DNA in it. It's got to be a dog man.
Yep.
Well, no, I think that what they're trying to do is that there's a certain, and Stacy kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, that there's a certain like sect of like Bigfooter people and like cryptid people that think that all these things are angels because there's like biblical backing to these creatures, and for the most part, man, they're just a bunch of Bible thumpers that are too afraid to accept that science and technology is a real thing, and they don't want to actually have to shift their paradigms into believing that there's something out there that's totally natural and biological.
What would be
So-
biological about a dog man, though? Right?
Well,
like, I can see Bigfoot because Gigantopithecus was a real thing, right? It was 9 foot tall, upright ape. And the way I consider it is that I'm trying to prove these things did not go extinct. Right? And there's some form of them. But with like Dogman, where in the fuck do you have any fossil record of any kind of human dog hybrid?
Well, there's nothing really on as far as the fossil record goes, and I
The false rectum.
the raccoon rectums. So like I completely agree with that line, but there's more biblical references to what is called the cynocephaly, and like all over the world. There's in like I want to say Hindu belief, Islam, like Judaism. They talk about these things that are described as dog-headed men, that they even Alexander the Great is on record using.
It's hard for me,
Yeah,
Alexander.
he's on record using them for war purposes.
Like
Or,
slaves.
you know?
wasn't it
No,
Anubis?
they are the according like the armies of Anubis basically. They go down in history as the greatest warriors of all time, and I believe it was King David in the Bible who actually used them to conquer somebody. They had to go down to this. I forget
Andre
what
the
river.
Giant.
I don't have my Bible open right now, but he had to go down to this river and convince these people to help him, and that's how he got Jerusalem back after losing it, or something to that effect. I might be misquoting the scripture, and I'm sorry, I am sick.
I might be misquoting the Bible.
You can't fucking do that, man.
Jesus.
Like,
Matt.
I mean, out of all the things on this podcast, we do not talk bad about the Bible, nor do we misquote it.
Never.
Right, I can't believe
We have,
you would sit
we have
there
a
and
fucking
misquote
line
the
and we have
Bible.
morals.
Right. Misquote the Bible of all things.
Problem is Matt has morsels, and we have morals.
Baby morsels.
I got porpoises.
So where does she get the angel DNA at? Like,
All right, so the angel DNA is because what she's claiming is that it's completely unidentifiable, and that it's part human, right? But it's part something else that's not within known DNA records, and that it had some sort of quote unquote strange molecular substance to it that she could. So to her, in her eyes, she labeled it as the Nephilim. And what the Nephilim are is that there was fallen angels that were casted from heaven, and they came down and they bred with the daughters of man. And supposedly what they're trying to say is that these cryptids are the descendants of the Nephilim. And don't get me started. There's a bunch of people who really tout this fucking line. I could go up, but the biggest one is Scott Carpenter. And not that Scott Carpenter is not any sort of like terrible person. I actually think he's pretty cool. I like his ideas. I like how he's trying to put everything together.
You want to make out with him?
No, I don't want to make out. But you know, I just it's just a far stretch to say. Well, you can say you have something that's unknown, but just because it's unknown doesn't mean that it's an angel. I don't think that if we're going to be sitting here talking about the Bible in the first place, we don't know what angels are. You know, we don't know what those things are. They could very well be aliens. They could be the Anunnaki. It could be all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well,
you know,
it could be, the Anunnaki. Those are like the Anubis things, right? And no, that's Anubians.
Anubians.
No,
we need to call Wayne.
My Anubian brothers.
that's the Scientology stuff, right?
No,
that's
the Wayne Wilson shit.
No, the Anunnaki is actually ancient Sumerian.
Oh, okay.
And they were the beings that came down and were doing genetic experiments on animals here on planet Earth. And because they supposedly live on planet Nibiru, but they came here.
Nibiru.
Where are they getting this shit from? I have no fucking clue, bro. But there's people dropping 20 grand here and there is the moral of all this shit. There are people out there giving fucking money. I don't know. Maybe they're just in hopes that it's going to turn out something. Like, give your money to Doug Hychek. He's making a Legend Meets Science Part 2 for Sasquatch. Like, they have a fucking little fake Bigfoot animatronic doll that they can control remotely. And they're trying to get it to... Like, they're actually doing, like... Y'all want to spend some money on some Bigfoot science? Doug Hychek's your guy. Go give him the fucking money. Fucking giving it to Melba Ketchum blows my mind, dude.
Give me some of that money.
Give me some money too, but like,
fuck hijack, fuck Melba Ketchum. Let me get some of that money.
I'll take some too. I could use a thermal drone.
Right, why don't we just, instead of focusing on making everybody else some money up in this market,
let's focus on us, I guess.
Maybe we should.
Well, Matt, we're going to roll out, bro, but appreciate your time, and maybe you'll be on an episode sooner than later.
Yeah, maybe eventually I'll go get my amoxicillin from the doctor and be all right. But until then, I'm going to keep enjoying my porpoises. You guys have a great day.
Yeah, later on.
Later.
Peace out.
Damn, it took you so long to hang the fucking phone up.
So what are
Still
we?
talking to Matt, and like, oh, he's still here. Shit, dude. I was thinking Paul disconnected that call a long time ago.
It dropped off at some point. I had to call him back.
So, do we want to call C. Wayne Wilson and ask him about his Men in Black
Fuck
story?
yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I sent you his number.
you also should be able to pull up some of that video that he's actually telling us.
Motherfucking C. Wayne Wilson fucks bitches, huh?
That's my contact for him. Motherfucking C. Wayne Wilson, and the company he works for is Fucks Bitches.
Fuck bitches.
Can you pull up a picture of C. Wayne Wilson on the screen?
All right, it's calling him, so you're gonna talk to him.
All right.
He's thinking you're the Men in Black right now.
He's not gonna answer the phone because he thinks it's the government.
Wayne,
Hello.
are you there?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We are talking with the one and only C. Wayne Wilson, right? So Wayne is a. How would you describe yourself, bro?
See Wayne in the house.
How you doing?
What's up, bud? So yeah, how would you describe yourself for everybody? Like, you a Bigfoot researcher? Or you a psychic? What's going on there?
Yeah, started out, understanding my, that I was a psychic when I was little,
And I love how you figured out.
I didn't really enhance my psychic abilities until Bigfoot started messing with me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love how you started out figuring. I think you had told me one time that you started realizing you were psychic because you were predicting wrestling matches.
Yeah. It was all crazy because I used to work at Winn-Dixie and everybody would come up to me wanting to know what's going to happen next week. I don't have no insider information. I just knew,
Just fucking psychic, bro.
Right. It's like the gift of knowing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had a story the other day we were just talking about. Men in Black thing, you said, Josh?
Yep, the Men in Black.
Yeah, so, hey, Josh and Joey here and Paul's here. So, yeah, we just want to get that story from you real quick. We don't have long left. So maybe if you could tell us in about 5 minutes, we'll ask you a few questions and, we'll go our separate ways.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
So, what exactly was it like having these Men in Black following you and around everywhere you were going?
At first it was kind of surprise, but then it started making me kind of paranoid, and because first they just showed up, but after they showed up, then they started doing their little what I call gang stalking tactics. The stuff they did was, to me, still crazy. And guess what? The police are still harassing me too.
Oh, so you think the Men in Black are connected with the local police there in Reedsville?
I really believe it. Because, they didn't start bugging me until I started this Bigfoot stuff. They never pulled me. They never did anything, but the dude pulled me the other day. He did it on purpose.
So what's the scariest thing that's taken place with you and these Men in Black following you around?
I would say the night that I was sitting there watching, of all things, Project Blue Book, and a blue beam came through my house. A blue beam came right through, but then he was sitting there parked up the end of the road. They do these things. They'll build houses. If they want to watch somebody, they'll just buy a house and remodel it. The whole time they're there, they're watching you. And once they're done, they sell the house and they move on. But I know for a fact where that Man in Black was coming from. He was coming from Danville, Virginia. And
how do you know that?
It's kind of strange that my neighbor's son moved back with him just to spy on me because he was involved in it. And it was like my neighbor said a white van would show up every night and pick him up, and they would go off somewhere, and he wouldn't know what they were doing or anything.
Did he have free candy wrote on the side of the van?
I was not involved in this.
I don't know. I never seen the van. I did see the van one time, but it was a van.
Awesome,
it was a white
mine.
van. It kept parking up there watching me, but I just thought it was crazy fans.
Wow.
So if you had,
Uh-huh.
if you could tell them one thing, the Men in Black that you're speaking of following you around, if you could actually say one thing to them about leaving you alone or keeping up.
they're
You're
listening.
not giving up. What would you say? What would you say to them? That you're gonna stop what you're doing, or are you gonna continue what you've got going on your path of life here?
No, I told them, Stacy, I tell you, I had just moved here and I was told they weren't going to bother me anymore. And then I get a phone call from an attorney in Florida telling me my life is in danger and that I needed to seek local law enforcement immediately. And I mean, you think it would be a prank, but being it came from a legit law office in Florida, it starts making you wonder, because the lawyer claimed nobody called from there, but somebody obviously did. I had it on my phone.
Right. So with all these people threatening your life and all of this other stuff going on for you, are you going to continue what you're doing, or are you gonna lay low and take their word for it?
Oh no, because in a little bit I'm gonna film another video talking about all the UFO stuff I've seen, and that's gonna get them back on me. You watch.
So, okay,
I love it.
why do you think that they're following you? Is it because, from what I remember, it was after you took the picture of Anubis in the park in Reedsville that they started following you, or were they following you before that?
Well, no. Well, it started when I was living down there where I call the habitat, where I saw a lot of crap. I'm talking about just not, them female Bigfoots laying out there naked, freaking,
Nice.
freaking. I mean, it was like
Jackpot.
I walked out there one day and looked across the road, and I mean, it looked like a porn set.
Like we were gonna
Okay, you
we were
say-
gonna skip through that. Like let's not skip through
Yeah,
that.
we can't stop that. Yeah, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
She's naked, as opposed to what would she normally be wearing?
Well, no, they don't. They don't know. They just don't wear anything. But they got hair. They're not hairy. I mean, the ones I've seen are not hairy. They
Part
look
their
like,
hair out of the way.
Oh,
they look
they're
like.
they're showing
Yeah, they look-
genitalia.
Well, they look. Yeah. Well, I couldn't see that good enough, but I can tell you from what I've seen of them. Yeah, there was a bush down there, but body wise, you couldn't tell them apart.
So
But
were
the-
you
the
turned
face was
on?
now?
Were you turned
Huh?
on? Were you turned on? Were you thinking, hey, I'm going to go
No.
over here and do a DNA study real quick?
No, I was. I put
have
these-
you
somebody-
ever considered collecting Bigfoot semen DNA?
No, because when I did see them doing that crap, that would have been the perfect time. But you go over there close to them when they're doing whatever they're doing, and you have a visit at your front window or your back window.
Or your back
I mean,
door?
I learned a long time ago, don't get too close to them, because if you get too close to them and they don't want you there, they'll follow you back home.
You interrupted Bigfoot during sexy time. He's entering your back door.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy, man. So yeah, do you do you have any idea about this new Skinwalker Ranch revelation? I don't know if you heard it or not, but you've seen Skinwalker Ranch, right?
Right.
The show. Turns out Travis Taylor was working for the government the whole time, and he was running and telling all of them about that stuff. So what do you think about that?
Nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, I think all along, there's probably somebody out there who's spying on me too. But I haven't been really active here lately, but I have been exposing these stories, and I think that I'm.
So you think that's why they're following you, and because you're out there telling the truth,
Well, the phone call I got, the first phone call I actually got from one of them, and it had to be one of them because of the way they said it. They said, "We seed the skies to keep them quiet, but you keep waking them up." That's the word. That's what they're talking about. Yeah, they were talking about. I keep waking them up. That means I keep letting the stuff out, and I don't stop.
And didn't you say they offered you like $500,000 to keep your mouth shut?
Well, yeah, he told me that, but then like I said, whoever it was that called, you couldn't, and it was weird. It was from a place in Greensboro, North Carolina, so they're there. They're I would say they're placed in law enforcement. They're placed. I would say they probably even got them placed in like what I do. Well, let me change it. They do. I've seen them. They place them in Walmart everywhere.
You've seen
You
the Men in
know,
Black in Walmart.
no, but that boy that I'm talking about, the one that was put in place the spy on me, he got a job at Walmart as a cover. You know, but
So,
when they
but what did you say to them when they offered you $500,000 to keep your mouth shut? Why would you not be like, "I"?
well, because I mean, when somebody offers you that, you don't believe it. I mean, it's just like the freaking Illuminati offered me $500,000, but you know what? That was real.
So
But I didn't.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's
I didn't
that's
take
the
it.
best part. We ain't touched on that yet. Wayne
Yeah.
was recently asked to become a part of the Illuminati, and they made him do things.
Oh snap! So hey,
Yeah, and he participated in a lot of it.
so okay, so that's awkward, but hey, that is a real thing. So I like 6 or 8 months ago, I get contacted on Messenger by this person who says they're part of the Illuminati. They want you to send them this money to buy your robes. They're going to bring you to places so that you can be with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Hey, they said they're going to give you all the riches in the world, but you have to pay like 400, 500,000 before you actually get that invite.
Well, no. This is them $1,000, and that was to pay my lodge fees because evidently the lodge that they were going to have me do this stuff at ain't free. The Illuminati was, but the lodge wasn't. So the lodge fees had to be paid. Then I had to go to Atlanta, and I'm scared to death to think they're going to sodomize me.
Okay.
Because I was in
Atlanta? Atlanta is the home of sodomization.
Well, that's what they do. They try to that's part of their rituals. They like to humiliate people.
And so that would humiliate you then, I guess.
Yeah, look at poor Justin Bieber. Look at him. You know he's been done. There's another one I've seen on TV. You can see right now they done got him pretty good. Yeah, and just watch them rappers talk about it. Them rappers are the worst ones. They talk about that before they even get their first money, they have to be sodomized by a tranny.
By a tranny, nonetheless.
I mean. Yeah, you know that's what the world is now, man. You see what they doing to the beer? They're doing it to everything now. They want
They're trying to do it to Wayne, bro.
Right, it's
They're
all
trying
about
to do it to Wayne.
They're trying to do
No. Now, I got to that point where I was one step away. In fact, I've talked to a friend of mine who is a Mason, and he confirmed it all to me. And he said, because I asked him if I release that video, they're going to come after me. And he says, no, because you didn't complete the thing.
Yeah, but they made you like cut yourself and shit, didn't they? And like drink.
No. They made me drink my own blood. They made me chant these rituals about Baphomet and Lucifer and Lilith. I mean, when I heard Lilith, I was like, Lilith is real?
Lilith.
It's like some. I sent it to you, Stacey.
Good old Lilith.
Yeah. Who is Lilith?
Lilith was like created.
Lilith was like the third creation, like God created. Lilith was before Eve.
Yeah, she's like yeah.
Right. Okay, I remember that story. Yeah. Wow, man. So
the outcast of demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Baphomet is what all the celebrities worship, and that's who they wanted me to worship was Baphomet. That's that freaking thing that the Satanic Church has a statue of.
So how many times did you drink your own blood, C-Wayne?
Just that once. It was called a spirit and soul cleanser. I mean, you drip blood in there, and then you stir it in a cup of water, and then drink it. But it didn't taste like nothing. But I did it because I wanted to see where it was going. I mean, I wanted to get as far as I could without going all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. You're edging.
It's like putting a butt plug in, but not taking a full-on penis.
No, I mean,
Just the tip.
Listen, I'll tell you the weirdest one was. He told me I had to get naked and go. He told me I had to get naked and go in and get a glass of water and then chant this chant about this is Lucifer's water, and that you're doing this. I mean, dude. Dude, the stuff that they had me doing had me scared to death.
Hold on, did you do it? Did you get naked and walk around in the camera and stuff?
No, I just took my shirt off. I didn't do nothing else. I didn't go that far because I didn't want. Ain't no point in getting totally naked for something stupid like that. I mean,
But
I was
half naked is more than
he couldn't
acceptable.
tell it.
He couldn't tell. You
What?
kept the camera above the belt line.
Well, yeah, but I got myself in some good shape now. Y'all haven't seen me lately, so I mean, I went to shave to take my shirt off.
We'll have to get a new picture of you because the one we got on the camera is the old you. You got the bat signal on your chest.
Like the whole bat signal.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Bat signal.
I just know, I just know. It's like I told my wife a while ago. I said, I was looking at myself and I told her, I said, how can I look 25 when I'm 53? I said, my body looks 25, but I'm 53.
He's all, I'm a sexy motherfucker.
Right on. Well, Bud,
Yeah, I mean,
that's all the time. I hate to cut you short, but that's all the time we got. We will get you back on, dude. We have to do another call with you. This has been fucking great. I've been telling y'all, we got to call Wayne. We got to call Wayne. We got the shit set up today, and we called Wayne. So, hey, where can people find you on, social media? You got anything you want them to check out?
Well, yeah, just YouTube Wayne. Look up YouTube Wayne Wilson because I did your advice, bud. That thing is going. It's lighting up now since I've been doing what I've been doing, and Facebook's the best place, to see Wayne Wilson. But I didn't realize I'm gonna start doing these little shorts. I'm gonna start doing the next thing. Like I said, the next thing's gonna be the alien thing that I'm gonna have uploaded today. Y'all might want to talk to me about that.
Yeah, bud, we'll definitely have to call you back again, man, and see what's going on. But let us run, man, and then next time we'll give you a shout, dude, and we'll find out what's going on in the crazy ass world of C. Wayne Wilson.
That's great, bro.
All right, bud.
Good talking to all of you.
Yeah, man. You have a good day, bud.
Wayne. All right, I will.
All right, dude. Later on. Bye.
All right, later.
C. Wayne Wilson, everybody.
That's what I'll tell you, dude.
I told you guys. Somebody they was gonna fucking take him to Atlanta and sodomize that motherfucker, right?
He said, "I don't want to get sodomized."
Fuck.
It's all just some weird shit. Sodomy is not one of them.
Still recording, so.
Oh, you're still recording? Yeah, I know we're still recording a podcast.
Right, because we didn't check out our merch.
Shut it off.
Have a great evening, folks.
Yes. I got it.
Yeah. So, see, there's tons of...
I'm no Matt Williamson.
Paul's just trying to shut us down. He's like, hey, I'm still recording now.
There's all these videos of Wayne. I think he's seen Bigfoot in Walmart one time.
Oh, yeah, he has said he saw Bigfoot in Walmart. Bigfoot come into his house with him.
Yeah, one time. It's fucking pretty wild, dude. Some of the stuff is pretty wild.
Yeah, you want to check him out? Get on Facebook.
Yeah, he has a photo of Bigfoot with an erection.
Nice.
Is
it a red rocket or?
No, it's like a hairy fucking.
Yeah, it's more of a real penis, like a mandingo penis for real.
What is it, like furry all the way to the?
All the way to the tip.
All the way to the tip.
All the way to the tip.
I think the tip was actually in 2 pigtails.
Right on. Well, I guess we should get going. So, once again, you can sign up for our Patreon. We have live events every now and then. We'll have brand new merch drops, behind-the-scene footage of all that stuff. The Skunk Ape 2, Skunk Ape Experiments 2 is coming out very soon. We can't give you a date because Amazon does not work like that. They put it up when they want to put it up. So, it may be out by the time this episode's out. But who knows? So be on the lookout for that. And anything else, fellas? The Patreon? Did I mention the Patreon?
You did mention that. In fact, isn't that the only thing you mentioned? Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
It is.
And then Amazon. Check out our merch at our merch store.
Yeah. Well, till next time. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and peace.
Scratch out with the
Bye.